You everyone, man, it's been a while. I've not been able to drop my videos every day like I wanted to because of due to certain life challenge. It's not easy out here. You know how this life can be. Sometimes we set stuff to do and some things along the way just get into our way. But nevertheless, we keep on striving. Today was I was happy today. Yeah, I spent most of my day, my hours today happy. As in, just been happy and grateful for a lot of things that has been turning out good in my life, regardless of one or two challenges I still face. But I'm still grateful for the brighter side of life. Um, Today I just want to talk about how focusing on the bright side of life has really helped me in terms of dealing with my depression, dealing with my anxiety about the future, dealing with so many things in my life because I'm this type of person that I always overthink. I overthink a lot. Sometimes even things that don't really require me to think, I just start overthinking. I question every thought in my head, every approach I'm about to make in whatever things I want to do. I just start overthinking even when relationship doesn't go right, or even when I have a little bit of off signal from people, I overthink. Yeah, in terms of relationship, I have a really complicated relationship life. As in, I don't know. I feel like maybe relationship is not meant for me per se, but it's not as if yeah, I've been in one or two relationship, but no, I can't. I don't want to really go into much details, but nothing bad happened. I think nothing bad happened. It was just a mutual agreement. Me and my partner, then we just decided to just go our different ways due to some certain circumstances. But maybe I feel like in coming videos, my coming videos, I might touch on that. So stay tuned. Um, so in terms of overthinking in life, I found out that whenever we are in this phase where we start to question everything that we do, every motive we make, it's it's really overwhelming because I myself I'm always in that zone even till now, despite the fact I told you guys I'm working on myself to become like to always fix myself on the better side of life, on the bright side of life. I always remember a female friend of mine. I've never forget her for that word. I feel like she was the first person that told me about this, and even if me and her we don't really talk much again, but I still that word stuck in my head because we not it's not as if me and her are having any issue, but as we grow up, a lot of differences comes in, and people just have to just focus on their life and try to make better, try to push their life in different areas. People get lost out. People get lost out in a lot of things. As in, sometimes the friends that we have when we're young, most of us don't can't really keep in touch with those friends again. It's not because of we are having issues with those our friends. It's just that we are just getting old and we're growing, and a lot of us have responsibilities now to face. And when a friendship doesn't have a connection or something that holds it together, this is how it always turns out, because along the way communication is gonna depreciate and you just left with maybe hello hello and that's it. So there was a time I was telling her about some things in my life, then she was like, ah, I should not always think about negative parts in my life. I should always like no matter the situation I face, I should always think about the positive and like put my mind on the brighter side of life. And that stuff really talk with me, like really stuck with me in all my life. Like each time I find myself overthinking, or each time I find myself in a negative situation, I just remember her voice in my head. Like it's so funny because sometimes I feel like I have to just, and probably after this video I might have to just call her and just like hear from her, like send my regards, because each time I see myself in negative situation, I just remember what she told me, like focus your mind on the brighter side of life. And that stuff really helped me a lot. It's not like a kind of a magic spell that if you just have any negative situation in your life and you just start thinking about the brighter side of life, you just life will just change out of a sudden. No, it's about how to direct your thoughts, think about the good side of life in every negative in every negative situation you find yourself. Sometimes we are always caught up in a mix of different realities of life, and we don't really know how to direct our thoughts. But I find out that recently that in every area we find ourselves, in every area we find ourselves, there's always something positive to think about. There's always something positive to reminisce on. There's always something positive to looking forward to, because the moment you start thinking about your negative reviews in your life, it doesn't really help. It doesn't really help. You just end up hurting yourself more and more. So instead of you hurting yourself more and more in trying to think about the negative things in your life, overthink about certain things that doesn't really need you to overthink. You just have to just direct your thoughts on thinking about the positive parts in your life. As in, just think about anything positive that you want to build on. Even if it's about your future, the good part of your future you're working on, your family. Think about, there are so many positive things to think about. Like they always say, the moment you start counting your blessings, you begin to see more blessings for you to count. So that's just the whole idea about this thing. Uh, I'm just trying to just like put this out here because this these have really helped me in my life. As in, I feel like it's one of the things that has really brought me this far, because I don't want to really, my life has been like, I'm grateful for now. I'm grateful for like getting better, becoming becoming what I am today, and still getting better in the future. We grow every day. But I have one of the worst series of life because of, I don't want to start going into my life story, because man, this video might even go on for a year, definitely. So let me just talk about things that could help people in whatever ways or whatever situation they find themselves. Always think about the brighter side of life. Always, always put your mind on the positive side of life. Always try to direct your thoughts on doing things positive, like trying to build something positive. Always keep yourself on that edge on looking forward to the positive parts in your life, regardless of all the negative reviews or negative situations you find yourself in. I know some of us have a lot of negative things in our life, as in situations, environments. So growing up, growing up a lot is, it's really like, growing up, when I was growing up, it was really frustrating. Growing up was really, I enjoyed my childhood. Uh, I enjoyed my childhood, but along the line, things started changing. I started seeing myself in a lot of things I couldn't understand, and I just learned how to like position myself in the positive thought of life, like the positive thoughts, like try to fix myself on the good things that I want to achieve, rather than dwelling on the negative things in my life. Uh, so a lot of us have a lot of negative things in our life. Like sometimes even 80% of people, what people go through in life every day is like negative. So the remaining 20% that you're holding on to, try as much as possible to fix your mind on that, fix your thoughts, try to like upskill yourself. Like because once now I want to now found out like found out is being positive really elevates. Like matter what anybody says, I don't know, maybe some people are not practicing it right, but I'll say that truly helps a lot. Like I said before, it's not like a kind of a magical spell that all of a sudden your life will just change. What I'm trying to say is that you have to just put your mind on the positive part in your life, the positive side of life, and you like forget about all these whole bad things and negative reviews in your life, and to really push you through in whatever things you're facing. Yeah, so that's just it.